What's up guys, my name is Devin and welcome back to another episode of Footballrs. A mouthguard is one of the most underrated pieces of equipment, but they matter quite a bit. A good mouthguard protects against chipped or broken teeth, cuts to your lip or gums, and helps absorb shock so your jaw doesn't take the full force. But you also want a mouthguard that's going to allow you to breathe, communicate, and move your jaw so you can't pick something super bulky. Shock Doctor has a wide variety of different options. We're going to go through a few of them and figure out which one is best for your game. The first one we're going to take a look at is the Shock Doctor Max Airflow Lip Guard Mouthguard. Now this is one of Shock Doctor's staples and one of the most popular options from them. This is a lip guard style mouthguard, as you can see by this big lip guard on the front. So that means not only is it going to protect your teeth, it's also going to protect your lips. As the name suggests, Max Airflow refers to this giant breathing channel right here, so you can get so much air in, no problem. This hole is much bigger than some of the other ones we're going to talk about. So if you want a lip guard that allows you to breathe well, this is the one. But since this is a lip guard, communication is going to be a little bit tough. As you guys probably know if you've tried one of these, it's a little bit tough to talk with this big thing in the front, kind of blocking your lips and making things a little bit weird. So if you want to communicate, this one's probably not the one for you. The bite pad on this is super soft. It's that classic Shock Doctor feel, very comfortable, and this is a mouthguard that will work with braces. So if you have braces, this is going to be a good option. Another awesome thing about these is you don't have to boil these. These are ready to go right out of the package. So I take it out of the box right here, put it in my mouth, and I'm ready to go nice and safe. These things also come in a whole bunch of different designs and colorways. We have one of the very cool designs right here. It's got kind of this cool icy thing going on. And then they come in a ton of different flavors. This is the Jolly Rancher Green Apple. This is the Jolly Rancher Watermelon. And then they have other flavors from Kool-Aid, Icy, Warheads, and even Bazooka Bubblegum. How cool is that? And also the flavor on these is absolutely unreal, and my entire office smells like Jolly Rancher Watermelon right now. Tastes great. Overall, these are kind of the most popular do-it-all option from Shock Doctor. These are gonna be great for pretty much any position that doesn't have to communicate. So running back, wide receiver, O-line, tight end, D-line, linebackers, DBs. I just wouldn't recommend it if you're a quarterback. Of course, Lamar Jackson makes it work, but obviously anybody that has to communicate a lot, whether you're on the offensive line or maybe the middle linebacker, tough to communicate with these, but that's the only downside. We do have some mouthguards later on that are good for communicators, so we'll talk about those in a bit. The next one we're gonna look like is the Shock Doctor Bolt Lip Guard Mouthguard. Let me actually pop this one open. This one has been one of my favorite mouthguards from Shock Doctor for a while now. I just think it looks so cool, and wow, it's really in there. Not the best unboxing, but check this thing out. Obviously, it's a lip guard style mouth guard again, so this is gonna protect your teeth and lips. You have this nice kind of protector here on the front. But since it's a lip guard, of course, just like the Max Airflow, communication is not gonna be the best in these. Let me actually put it in and show you guys what it sounds like if I were to talk with this mouth guard in. As you guys can see, it's definitely not the best audio. You can still understand me, but it's not super clear. So obviously, in the heat of the moment, you gotta hear plays. You don't want your QB rocking one of these because you want to be able to hear him. Obviously, he can pop it out. That's what Lamar Jackson does. But even just calling the cadence at the line of scrimmage, you want it to be clear. So maybe lip guard, mouth guard options aren't great for communicators. The breathing hole on these is in the shape of a bolt, which I always thought was cool, but it's definitely much, much smaller than the Max Airflow. I mean, you guys can just see the difference. Look how much room and air you're gonna get through there. And then this little bolt one, just like half the size, maybe less. The Bolt does have a very similar bite pad to the Max Airflow. It's definitely a nice soft material. It's super comfortable, and these are good for people with braces. So if you have braces, these are another great option for you. And just like the Max Airflow, you don't have to boil these. These are ready to go right out of the package. So I just pulled this out and I could go play a game in this right now. And these also come in a ton of really cool colorways and designs. This one says, "Hi Mom." This one says, "I'm him" on the strap. I mean, that's pretty cool. They have way more over on their website. We'll flash a couple up on the screen for you guys, but they have a ton of different options for the Bolt. As far as who these are gonna be best for, it's gonna be the same as the Max Airflow. They're for skill guys, offensive linemen, anybody that doesn't need to communicate that much because it's a little bit tough to talk in this. So it's gonna be great for those guys.
Today's video is brought to you by Dryax. Now, if you're familiar with our channel, you've seen Dryax on a bunch of guys across the league like CeeDee Lamb, Jamar Chase, and especially a bunch of the new first-round draft picks that you'll be watching all fall. Guys like Jackson Dart, Ashton Genty, Will Campbell, you name it, they're in Dryax. Here's how it works. Dryax has a hydrophobic layer on the inside that rests against your chin and is enhanced by Cupron copper. It releases millions of ions, which helps improve your skin's health and appearance. Worn regularly next to your skin, the Cupron copper has been proven to improve your skin's elasticity, softness, appearance, tone, and texture. The other important thing is the hydrophobic fibers mixed into the fabric, which pulls all the moisture away from your skin. This is why their socks and chin savers are so popular, because it keeps it dry and odor-free. Right now, they have two different styles of the chin savers. They have their traditional tube version here, which they've now added these tabs to give you full coverage around the chin strap. And they have their easy on and off version here with Velcro, makes it easy to take it off and wash it regularly. Outside of that, they also come in a bunch of different colorways now, including blue, red, white, black, but white is my favorite by far. Now, honestly, outside of that, my favorite product they make is their socks. I wear their socks every day, whether it's at the gym training, when I'm coaching, when I'm playing in my soccer league, or just walking around. Their socks are super comfortable and worn by most of the guys in the NFL for this exact same reason. Personally, I prefer their quarter crew, but they have different lengths from short ones all the way up to full length ones. Just depends on what you're doing and what you like. If you want to learn more about Dryax socks and chin savers, visit the link in the description down below to Drymax's website. Let's get back to the video.
The next one we're going to look at is brand new to me, and that's going to be this one right here, the Shock Doctor Thunderbolt lip guard mouth guard. This is an all new mouth guard from them. We're going to drop a short form video kind of talking about it a little bit more, but this thing looks absolutely unreal. Now in my eyes, this is just kind of the evolution of the original Bolt. It's a little bit different, couple tweaks and upgrades, but at first glance, this thing is pretty sweet. Again, obviously this is going to be a lip guard style mouth guard. You do have this shield on there to protect your lips, and then you do have that same soft bite pad. It's very soft, very malleable, as you guys can see. Again, no boiling required. These things are ready to go right out of the package, and they are suitable for people with braces. Right now, they only have these in a handful of colors. This white one's really nice. This pink one is probably one of my favorites. They have a few other colorways over on their website, but this thing is pretty nuts. You have a bigger breathing channel, so I noticed that it's much bigger than the other Bolt. These two mouth guards right here had a baby, and they had just a sick kid. I mean, this thing's nuts. You have the thick strap on there, which people love these days. Big Bolt on there. I mean, this thing is, it's as clean as it gets. This thing's really nice, really comfortable, and upgraded breathing channel. Look how cool that is. So just like the two other lip guard mouth guards, these are gonna be best for people with braces, without braces, skill players, anybody that doesn't need to communicate with, because again, it's a little bit tough to talk with a lip guard in, but it's a nice, solid lip guard mouth guard from Shock Doctor. The next one we're gonna talk about is the Shock Doctor Gelmax Power Mouth Guard. This is the first boil and bite option that we're gonna look at, and this has been another one of Shock Doctor's staples for quite a while now. And of course, since these are a boil and bite, breathing is not really a problem. You don't need a breathing channel because there's nothing blocking your mouth and nose from the open air, so that's always nice. One of the benefits of a boil and bite. Let me actually open this thing up. This one, the flavored ones? Oh yeah, dude, the whole room is gonna smell like icy cherry here in a bit. So here is a better look at the mouth guard, and wow, it smells incredible. I'm not even just saying that. That's, dude, the smell from these things is so strong. If one of your teammates has these, you know about it. Like, you smell it every time you guys get in the huddle, do a drill. Wow. Yeah, since these are a boil and bite option, obviously talking is gonna be much easier. Mine's obviously not molded, so I can't give you guys a good representation. When it's in, it fits to your teeth. It doesn't really move around much, so it's pretty easy to talk. You guys are probably familiar with the boil and bite concept, so you put this in some hot water and it molds to your teeth. You have this nice kind of gel insert that molds to your teeth and gives you a legit one-of-one custom fit. Very cool. It just makes life so much easier. This is the first one we've talked about that is not suitable for braces. Obviously, a lot of these boil and bites just aren't going to work with braces because the braces, you know, they change, your teeth move. You just don't want your braces pushed up against this gel. Like, it just doesn't make sense. So if you have braces, there are a lot of different options for braces, but this one is not going to be one of them. Gelmax Power also comes in a whole bunch of different colorways and designs, and they did get the flavor treatment. So again, this one is the cherry icy. I think I have, yeah, another Jolly Rancher watermelon. And again, they've got flavors from Warheads, Icy, Bazooka, Kool-Aid, Jolly Rancher. They have so many different fun flavors for you guys to check out, and they taste amazing. Let me try this one. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, guys. Take my word for it. Wow. Damn, now I'm hungry. All right. Overall, these are kind of the best do-it-all option from Shock Doctor as far as boil and bite mouth guards go. These are going to work for pretty much anybody on the field. QBs, finally a mouth guard you guys can rock so you guys can communicate effectively. Linebackers, O-line making your calls. This is going to be a great option for you guys, and they're nice and comfortable, look good. They come in flavors. I mean, you can't really beat it. This is a top-tier boil and bite mouth guard. Now, the final one we're going to talk about is probably the one I'm kind of most excited about, and this is the Shock Doctor Micro Gel. Now, this is another boil and bite option from them, but the whole thing about this is it's super small, it's super light, it's super minimal, and it gives you that custom-like feel. And when you wear this, it barely even feels like you have a mouth guard in at all. So breathing, super easy. Talking, super easy. If I was playing QB right now, I'd mold up one of these and get out there because you literally barely even feel like it's in. You can talk super clearly. I should have molded it for the video, but I'm very pumped on this. You guys can kind of see it has like a gel insert in there that's going to mold to your teeth. It has that slim, super low profile feel. And look at that, small but mighty, thinnest, lightest material, custom-like fit. Easy to mold in low temp water in under 60 seconds. That's pretty cool. I don't know when they started doing that. That's pretty sick. Again, since this is a boil and bite style mouth guard, this one is not going to be suitable for guys with braces. But yeah, this one's for the folks who don't even want to feel like they have a mouth guard in, or if you're one of the guys that likes to have one of these hanging from the face mask and then an actual mouth guard in your mouth kind of discreetly, this is another good option for that. Super thin, super light, super custom fit. And of course they come in flavors, or at least one. Kool-Aid Tropical Punch. Last time I checked their website, I think this was the only flavor, but I wouldn't be shocked if they start to drop, you know, all the other ones that they've had. But these mouth guards are gonna be the best for anybody vocal. Quarterbacks, offensive line, linebackers, or if you're a wide receiver, you wanna talk some trash. get a micro gel. You're barely gonna feel it in your mouth. It's a good, lightweight, thin mouth guard, and it's a great option for anybody who wants to communicate. That's gonna wrap it up. Huge shout out to Shock Doctor for sending all these different mouth guards. If you guys wanna check any of these out, they're all on their website. We're gonna link some in the description below, so definitely check them out. Thank you, Shock Doctor. Thank you guys. There you guys have it. Hopefully this video helps you narrow down which mouth guards you're gonna get. Again, we can't recommend some of the options from Shock Doctor enough. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to like the video, comment what you guys want to see soon next, and make sure you guys subscribe for more videos just like this one. My name is Devin, and thank you guys so much for tuning into another episode of Footballrs.